Can you move? Thank you. I just can't film this video. Hey guys, so I'm back after a bit of a hiatus. Long story short is I decided to sell my books so I could get Kindle books and try it that way, because I was spending a lot of money on books and I had no room for them. And I had more books on my TBR than my actual read books, and that really frustrated and stressed me out. So we also got in that car accident and we needed the money, so I sold some books and that seemed to help. So I only have about 10 books that 10 to 15 that I've actually read that I loved and decided to keep, and then I have like 6 to 10 that I still have to read, and a few of those are manga as well. And I plan on getting more books. My plan for it is to get them either as I read them, so like if I want to read, the problem is I read so many books in a week, sorry that's my dog, that I can't keep up with it money-wise. So I think what I'm going to do is pick like one book a week that I can buy and read, and then the rest I can listen to on audiobook. So I also plan on still listening to audiobooks at work. When I'm not making calls, I'm just documenting things on the computer, updating things and things like that. So I plan on listening to a lot of books at work still. I've actually read 101 books this year, or 102 books this year, which I'm actually quite proud of, considering last year I think I read like 80, if that. I might have been 60, I don't remember. I can check, but I plan on reading a lot more before the year is over. It's only halfway over, and like I said, I have 102 books. I don't plan on doubling that or anything, but I would like to get at least to 150. I think my Goodreads goal is still at 100 though, so I'll have to update that. So my plan is to listen to mostly audiobooks, and like I said, just get 1 or 2 books a week or a month, or read them on audio or listen to them on audio and then buy the ones that I loved. So that's my plan. I also decided to start Bookopoly, which if you watch Becca and the Books, who I love, you can see what that's all about. It's basically Monopoly, but it helps you pick your TBR. And I need help with that because I never know what I want to read, and I go to work and I'm like, what am I supposed to do besides work? So I made the thing. I'll show it to you. It's little, but I made it. I haven't decided if I'm going to stick with it, so if I do stick with it, I'll make a bigger version and, you know, kind of do it more like Becca does. But I adapted this into my own a little bit. I don't want to say steal, but I did use a lot of her ideas, which I will link her video down below, because she's great. I watch every one of her Bookopoly chooses my TBRs and her other videos. She's hilarious and very inspiring when it comes to reading, so definitely check her out. But this is just titled Hopeless Book Addicts Bookopoly, and then I'll flip the camera and go through each of the squares, and then we'll pick my books. Alright, so this is my Bookopoly. I'm going to show you each square, and then we can pick out my TBR for, that was the other difference I forgot to mention. I'm going to do mine weekly, so I will pick like 4 books I'm going to start with, I think, using this weekly, and then I will film again next week, and then so on and so forth to pick it, and you'll see why as I get into this. So the first square is read, and that is in place of go. So when I land on this, I can do a readathon if there's one that week. I can do a tag video. I can do a challenge video, anything like that, or even just a challenge for myself that I make up. It's kind of a free-for-all. And then my dark blues, which I think some of these colors are different than the actual board, but I got this off of the internet. Anyway, my dark blues are classic or comic or manga. I decided to keep it a little bit different. That way I wouldn't get stuck with the same thing each time. Plus I ran out of squares to be able to put manga and comics, and I want to include a lot more of those in my reading. And then we're just going to go to the colors first. Then there's the light blue, which is YA fantasy or sci-fi. Self-explanatory, I guess. And then the pink, I think that's supposed to be, yeah, it's kind of red, but it's pink, is YA contemporary. Orange is YA mystery, thriller, or horror. Red is adult contemporary. Yellow is adult mystery or thriller or horror. Green is adult sci-fi or fantasy. And dark blue is nonfiction. That can be anything from like a textbook if I want it to be, a biography, an autobiography, anything like that. I've been into medieval times lately because we went there on a vacation, and I've decided to read some of those kind of books, so just anything about it would work. And then back to these, I have Community Shelf, which Becca explains it really well in her video, if you want to look at that, but it's basically another opportunity to do challenges or tags. So that's what's going to go right here. And if I land on it there, I draw from there and see what happens. Then we have a library book. And then for the railroads, I have the different types of books. Becca did it differently. I decided to do this because I have various types of books, and I think it'd be fun to challenge myself to read an actual physical book because I haven't done that in a while versus like an ebook or an audiobook. So if I land here, it's paperback. If I land over here, it's ebook. If I land over here, it's audiobook. And if I land over here, it's hardcover. So that just kind of mixes it up. Then I have Chance, which is going to be my TBR pile, which just any books that I plan on reading this year or want to read this year. I'm going to go ahead and put in that pile and draw from there. Before my phone dies, I'm going to tell you about this last one in this line, and then I'll charge it and we'll keep going. This is no TV, so instead of going to jail, it means I can't watch TV at all for the week, except for like, throwing something on to go to sleep. But I can't sit down and binge a show if I land on this. Alright, now that we got this charging, let's see if we can make it last. This one, I don't remember what it is in real Monopoly because I'm not going to lie, I hate Monopoly. Kill me, I know. But this is a book to movie or TV show adaptation. So that's what I'm going to pick if I land on that. Again, here's the ebook and then the community shelf. Free space is going to be a friend pick. So that can be a Facebook friend. I can post it on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever I want. And give you options, or put a poll up, or on Goodreads put a poll up or something like that. Or I can simply ask my friend Mandy, or get my husband's opinion, my mom's opinion, or anything like that. Chance again, audiobook for the railroad, like I said. Waterworks is in place of that. I put no new books, which means I can't buy any books that week. For go to jail, I put TV break. Sorry, there's a cat here. Which means that I get to take a TV break rather than no TV. I get to, either sit down and binge a show for, a day during that week, or I can take the whole week off and binge a show. Knowing me, it won't take me long to binge a show, so that probably won't affect my reading too much. Again, community shelf, hardcover for railroads, and Chance. And then buy a new book. So if I land on this, I get to buy an extra book besides my one per week. And then we're back to the beginning. So I'm going to go get the dice and my little... I forget what they're called, but the little thing to put on the squares, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to use this little watermelon eraser that my cat apparently attacked as my little maneuver guy, my mover guy. I can't talk, I'm sorry. Where did it start? It starts here. Okay. And then I couldn't find a regular die, so I couldn't find two. I couldn't find dice. So I'm going to use this 12 counter from Dungeons & Dragons that I have laying around because I never play. And usually Becca does it where if you roll a double, because she has two dice, then you have to roll, you get an extra roll. But I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to stress myself out. So we're just going to use 12 and we'll just move whatever it says. So here we go. 12. Great. So I got to do this through the camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Book to TV show adaptation. Okay. All right, roll number 2. Where'd it go? There it is. That is a 5. So over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Community shelf. So, it would have been smart if I had made these cards beforehand, but I just realized that I haven't. So we're just going to let this first week be a re-roll for any ones that I haven't made cards for, because I'm lame and forgot. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Adult, let's flip it around for you. Adult, mystery, thriller, or horror. All right, roll number 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Adult, sci-fi, or fantasy. This would be easier if this wasn't so big. I might find something smaller or make a bigger board. Okay, let's spin this. Roll number 4, last roll for this week. 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hardcover. So the rule that I'm going to put in place right now before I change my mind is that if I land on one of these colors and then I land on a railroad, aka type of book, I have to pick a 4th book. I can't just be like, oh, well, I'm going to do the adult sci-fi hardcover and make it 3 books. No, I have to do 4 books. And I actually have to read a hardcover without the audiobook or while listening to the audiobook, but I have to read it while I'm doing it. So yeah, that's a rule too. I'm going to go grab the books and I'll show you what I picked. Okay, so I don't have a lot of books, like I said, so I'm going to have to buy one because I don't have any hardcover books that I actually want to read right now. I only have Marriage Vacation, and I don't want to read that till I read Younger, which I don't plan on reading anytime soon because I got bored with it. I just can't sell it because McKay's won't take my copy. But I'm going to buy Pan's Labyrinth when I think it's out, but I'm going to buy it when I get paid on Wednesday, and then I will read that because it is a hardcover and there's pictures and everything, so that'd be fun to read, actually physically read the hardcover. So I'm going to get that, and that's going to be that pick. For the book to movie adaptation, I have 2 options. Season 2 of Light as a Feather came out on Hulu, and I'm really excited to watch that. So I think I'm going to read Light as a Feather, Cold as Marble, which is the sequel to that series, tomorrow when I go to work. I'm going to listen to the audiobook, and then I can watch the show. And I also have another option for that, which is, I actually own it because it's manga, and that is Orange, the complete collection too. I've already read the first one, obviously, so I want to keep going so I can watch the show. So I might attempt this as well. That's the only one that I actually have. For my adult mystery, thriller, or horror, I'm going to read All the Missing Girls by Megan Miranda, I think. And I just got that one on audiobook, so I'll probably listen to that this week as well. And then for adult sci-fi fantasy, oh Lord, let me see what I'm using my phone. I don't know what audiobooks I have. I can get a new one, but I don't know what I want. If you have any recommendations, put them in the comments, and I will let you know in my wrap-up what I picked, because I have no idea what to pick right now. I kind of want to try Priory of the Orange Tree again, but it's just so long. But you know what? I'll make that my pick. I'll attempt it one more time, because I didn't like it at first, and I hate that I didn't like it because I want to like it and everybody liked it, so I feel like I'm the weirdo. But I'll try it again, so we'll count that. So my picks are Light as a Feather, Cold as Marble for the book to movie, or Orange, the complete collection too, maybe both. All the Missing Girls by Megan Miranda for my adult thriller, and Pan's Labyrinth for my hardback choice, which I guess is also fantasy, and then I forgot what I already said. Also in this video, I'd like to talk about the books that I read in July so far. Obviously, I have 2 more days. Yeah, 2 more days after today. My cat and dog are playing through the door. It's quite hilarious. Hey, Stella, come here. Come lay down. Anyway, so I want to read a few more, obviously, which we talked about with my Bookopoly, but tomorrow I'm going to read Light as a Feather, Cold as Marble, so that'll be on my list because I plan on finishing it. And then Tuesday I'll probably read Pan's Labyrinth. Wednesday I'll read Pan's Labyrinth, so that way I can count it in July. So those are my goals to finish for July. But I read, I think I said 14 or 16 books, and I'm going to tell you what they are. I'm actually going to show you. Hang on one second, because that will be easier. Can I flip this while I'm in video? No. So hold on. There we go. Okay, so now that I got you facing the right way, try not to make you too dizzy. Ignore this one because I read that in June. But I read Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren, Maybe This Time by Casey West, The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren, Veronica Mars, the $1,000 Tan Line, which was a reread for me, Wilder Girls by, I can't read it, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Season of the Witch, Veronica Mars, Mr. Kiss and Tell, which was a reread for me, Riverdale, Get Out of Town, which I DNF'd, King of Fools by Amanda Foody, which I also DNF'd, Sea Witch by Sarah Henning, Trinkets, I can't see who it's by, but I did not DNF it, which was good, even though I did not like it. Light as a Feather, which is actually originally titled Light as a Feather, Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board by Zoe Arson, which is the show that I was talking about. And then The Raging Ones by Christy and Becca Ritchie. I'm actually reviewing the sequel next month for them as part of their blog tour, so look for that. And then today I just finished The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, and I loved it. So I don't remember what I rated all these, but I know that I loved I loved both of Christina Lauren's books. They're amazing authors, so I loved them. Maybe This Time Was Okay. It wasn't my favorite Casey West. I really liked Veronica Mars' books still. The first one less than the second one this time around. Wilder Girls was really good. Sabrina was okay. I didn't really like Ambrose's character. Riverdale, the show has gotten weird, and the books are just too catty. I can't even. King of Fools was really, really not what I wanted. It tried to be too many things at once, and I just didn't like it, which really saddens me because I love her writing, and I loved Ace of Shades in her first book, Daughter of the Burning something, I don't remember. Sea Witch was really good. Trinkets was okay. I watched the show because that was part of my reading rush challenge, was to read the book to movie, which I chose TV show instead. But I really, really loved the show, and I wasn't vibing with the book. I think I gave it like a 3. Light as a Feather was excellent. The show was excellent. The Raging Ones was good. It's probably like a new favorite fantasy or sci-fi of mine. And then The Goldfinch didn't live up to the 5-star prediction, but it was a 4-star. I know that. So, and I apparently have a message from Mandy. I'm sorry I'm ignoring you, Mandy. I am filming a video. I'll get to you in a minute. So that is what I read. Let me see if I can... Nope. Be right back. Okay, I can't get the camera to not be crooked because of I'm still getting used to the tripod. So you're just going to be crooked. We're going to make it fun. So when I went to grab the books, I realized that I don't have any that apply except for one, because I haven't bought any books except for ones that I've already read. So we're going to have to do Kindle or ebooks. But for the hardback cover that I picked for my 4th roll, I'm actually going to buy the book when I get paid on Wednesday if I have enough money, which is going to be Pan's Labyrinth by, I don't want to say it wrong, so it's Del Toro, I know that. I'm not even going to try. And then I have 2 options for my book to movie adaptation. The second season of Light as a Feather just came out onto Hulu, and I loved the first season, and I loved the book for the first one. I just finished it actually last week, and I'm planning on reading the second book probably tomorrow, or the next day. No, tomorrow, because Sea Witch comes. No, I don't know. Anyway, I'm planning on reading it this week, but I also really want to read Orange and watch the show, so I'm going to attempt to read Volume 2, or the complete collection 2 of Orange this week as well. I'll probably bring it and read it on my lunches because I can't actually read at work. I can only listen. So I'll probably most likely get through Light as a Feather, Cold as Marble before I actually get through this. So if I don't get through this, it's okay, but I'm going to attempt it. So that is my pick besides Light as a Feather, Cold as Marble. I lost my list. I'm a failure. It's fine. But I kind of remember, so we're just going to go with it. For my YA sci-fi, was that what it was? I don't remember. I'll be right back. I really need to make it where you can flip it while you're filming, because how am I supposed to vlog? If there's a way and I'm just an idiot and not figuring it out, please tell me. But yeah, that's basically it. That's my wrap up. That's my Bookopoly. I'm trying to remember if I forgot anything. And I guess I'll see you next week when I do my Bookopoly TBR again. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys. Hey, also, editing me here. While I'm thinking about it, if you are interested in vlogs, let me know. I can't really vlog while at work until I go work from home, which isn't starting until January. But like on the weekends and stuff, if you want me to vlog, let me know. I know I don't have a lot of followers, but I'm hoping to get more, and I really appreciate those who do watch. Thank you so much. But if you want to see those, let me know, because I think they'd be fun to film. So they'll look like this, though, because I have no good camera. So, yeah.